Good morning, friends. How are you today? It's Belinda here from Visualized NZ, and I welcome you along today for the video. Today I'm going to be working on Roxy's weekly challenge, week 7. Excuse me, not a great start with my voice. So week 7 of Roxy's weekly challenge. So Rachel over at Roxy's Creations does the challenges every week, making ephemera, if you're not familiar with that challenge. And there's lots of us around YouTube who then follow suit and do a video, or not. Not everybody does a video, of course. So today's project is book page tags, and it's kind of a variation on what she did in week 1 of the challenge at the beginning of the year. Yeah, let's get into it. Book pages. I have chosen out some book pages from a 1928 poetry book. And I went through and I marked which side I didn't want showing because, you know, poetry still has some stuff in it that you don't want to read. Like, surprisingly, a lot of talk about death in this poetry book. And it was like, some of them were okay, like, but others, if you've got a random word just popping up here and there, was not what I wanted. So I went through and made sure I was happy with all of my pages. So just folding in the long sides, however much you want to fold in. I folded those two in quite a long way. Yeah, just however far you want to fold them in is good. Little bit or a lot, and this is going to reinforce the sides of the pages, particularly if you're using old book page like this. This is almost 100 years old, which is just crazy to me when I think about it, when I actually sit and process how old this paper is. So that's a very long time ago. 1928 doesn't sound like a long time ago to me because I was born in the 1970s. So when I hear 19 something, it doesn't sound very old. But then when you realise that's almost 100 years ago, it's like, yeah, that was a few days ago. 1928, that was a few days, few years. Right, so that's how we've started. The next step is to cover the back in some form of writing paper. So I've grabbed out this piece out of a book, and I'm just going to tear it to size, and I'm leaving a border around it, so I'm not covering the whole back. This book is one of my favorites to use for its paper because it's slightly creamy, it's very smooth, and a really nice weight. It's a modern book, but it's a nice book, and the stories in it are nothing that I need to cover words over. So yeah, I just love the paper. And then for ease, I'm not doing glue stick. I am using my tacky glue. Just less sticky mess to worry about, less sticky fingers. And I have already prepared 5 more of these. So I saved one to do this process on camera, just so in case you haven't watched Rachel's video, that you know how to do the base construction. And then we'll decorate them, which, you know, is the fun part. I thought this time I'm not going to make all the bases on camera and then run out of time and only get one decorated. This time I'm going to do the bases off camera and then have fun decorating them with you guys. So there we go, easy peasy, done. And not perfectly straight, doesn't matter. So here are the others that I've already prepared. So these are all from the same poetry book. I thought I'm just going to go with the same book for the book pages, apart from this one, which was actually my glue page that I was gluing these sides on. And I thought, well, I'll just use that as well. And it's actually very similar in height. There's not a lot of difference between this Reader's Digest condensed book and this poetry book. And I've backed them with random, this is brown wrapping paper, this is grid paper, this is a paper bag, a couple out of the paper bag, a bit of like newsprinty sort of style children's art book type paper, and then this one that we just did. So eclectic mix of backings, lots of fun. Let's get to the decorating, because I think this is going to be fun. So for decorating, I am using a number of different kits from RachandBella Crafts, because I'm on the design team and I end up with lots of bits and pieces left over. So I have Shades of Spring, Nana's Roses, Sounds of Summer, and I believe there's one more. Vintage Pink, maybe. Something like that. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of kits from RachandBella Crafts. So go peruse her Etsy if you're keen, because lots of goodies. And I thought, let's use up some of these fun bits and pieces. I think I'm going to start with this one here. And this one's slightly wider. The Reader's Digest is slightly wider than the poetry book. This is a decorated check, an old check. And what Rachel did is took a piece of ephemera, fun decorative piece, and wrapped it around so that a portion of it went onto the back and helped decorate the back. So that's what I'm going to do. I am going to use tacky glue because I just don't want to get all stuck up, or go through a zillion glue pages in the process and be all sticky, you know, mess. Nah, got things to do. I don't need to be stopping and cleaning up my hands or my desk or whatever every 5 seconds. So I'm just using tacky glue with my little glue bottle because it's easy and convenient. Right, so I'm just going to tuck that in there and wrap it around. Give it a smooth down that side as well. Okay, I think we'll all sort of do mass make style, so I'll grab, I think I'll save this for the wider one, this lovely little one. So maybe I might fold it so that the flower is kind of a little bit on both sides. When Rachel did this, she didn't fold it first, she just glued it on and then wrapped it around, whereas I'm choosing to fold it first. So I'm working out the placement before I've got any glue on it, which means I'm going to get it right where I want it, hopefully. That's the theory. So how's your week going? Are you having a good week? I hope so. We're having quite a bizarre week already. I'm filming this on Tuesday, and Monday was hot and windy, really, really windy. And today is cold and wet, and we've got a little issue with rain coming down our chimney and pooling on top of the firebox. So we woke up to a wet firebox, so I've burnt some rubbish just to dry that off, and now I've got a pot where the drip's coming down. So means on Saturday hubby's going to be up on the roof trying to find out where the leak's coming, which is just, you know, not so much fun, but needs to be done. Okay, this one's got an area of sort of blank over here, so I want to put the pattern side wrapping around to the back rather than the blank, although that would be good writing space, you know, you could just write over top of it, but I wanted something a little decorative on the back. So I did some good prep for today's video. I went through and cut out all these pieces so that I didn't have to do any of that on camera. Although we probably will still have to do some cutting of other elements, because that's kind of where my preparation finished. didn't cut out any labels or other elements to layer up, because this is just the first decorative part. This one is out of Sounds of Summer. I do remember that, and this has got bees on it, and I do want to do a bee journal, so I thought this would be a good one. I'm going to put this one on the other side this time, so they're not all on the same side. Not that it matters. They're not all going to go into the same journal. This one is on thicker paper, so I'm just using my little folder tool thing there to help fold it, give it a nice crease. Who likes doing the Roxy's weekly challenge? Do many people do it? I know lots of YouTubers who do videos do this challenge, and I think there's a lot of you out there who do it, but let me know if you enjoy these challenges. I certainly do. They are a fabulous way to build your stash and new ideas, you know, even if they're just like variations on ideas, it's all good. It's a great excuse if you need one. I don't think we do need an excuse, but great excuse to like just do a whole lot of making of the same thing and building up your ephemera. Okay, this one will go over here. There's less writing over this side, so I think I'll go around this side as well. So it's going fairly quickly at this point. Yes, I have got it up the right way. It was like, oh, did I just fold that the wrong side? No, I'm just holding it upside down. This would take me so much longer if I was using a glue stick. So I used the glue stick gluing the sides of the book pages down. Because that was kind of easy to do. Cat here everywhere. Oops, I didn't get that right in. Doesn't matter, it'll be fine. I'm not going to worry about it, because we're going to cut it into a tag shape anyway, so that bit where it's sticking out is going to be chopped off. No biggie. Okay, now I did not check this text, but looking at it, it looks fine. It's talking about eating fish, the waves of the ocean. Yeah, it doesn't look too objectionable. It's quite a big piece. Do I want to put it sideways? No, I think I'll put it lengthways. This one is from Nana's Roses kit. One of the collage pages. Just chopped out a bit that looked pretty whole. I think it pretty much is the entire image that was included in the collage, so it's fun. Always look at your collage style papers and see what you can cut out of them that makes a really cool focal image or element, decorative element like this does. Multi-purpose papers, that's what they are. Okay, let's see if we can actually get this one properly into the crease there. That's probably the good part of folding it after you've already glued it down, because you can fold it right against, but I just wasn't paying enough attention, so that's all on me. Oh, I like that. That's pretty with the grid paper. Okay, so that's the first stage done. We have got 6 on the go. Can I complete all 6? Wow, let's just see how far we get. So I've got, just going to move some stuff. I've got the bits and pieces here from various kits. There's some faux postage stamps here, which could be kind of fun. Let's grab one of those. Grab a birdie one. So I'm going to definitely be doing some cutting out. This is one of the Nana's Roses collage sheets, and I like this label up there, so I'm going to grab that. Here's some labels specifically from Nana's Roses, so I might use some of those. And I've got some words here from Times and Seasons. We might want some words. So let's start with these two. Thought that was double-sided for a minute. I was like, oh, but no, it's just the bit I snipped off fell right side up. The warmth of having lit some rubbish on the fire is dissipating, and so I'm starting to feel a bit cool. So that one might be quite nice there. Let me grab my scallopy, no, not those ones, these ones. Scallopy scissors, and it doesn't really line up, but it's going to be close enough. We'll do a bit of inking around this and it will hide the white bits. Get that postage stamp edging. Oops, don't like that corner bit there, so we'll snip that off. The problem with these scissors though, you end up with all this little crazy shrapnel, which I just can't abide on my work surface. It annoys me. Okay, so oh, there's another bit. See, it just distracts me. It's awful. Bird down there would look quite cool. Okay, what else would we like? Maybe something vertical to go with this one. I quite like this green one down here. Give that a quick cut out. At least none of these things are terribly difficult to cut out, or quite easy. I'm thinking maybe I'll wrap this around the other side like that. Okay, so that's that one. I'm just going to start stacking these up. Maybe a floral postage stamp on that one. Do I have other things here that I... Oh, there's some fussy cuts. Oh, that's pretty. About that rose, and there's a camellia down, or no, it's not a rose, it's a camellia. Oh, and it's just started raining heavily again. Maybe we want to grab this. And grab a postage stamp as well, because I'm sure we might just grab this whole strip in case we want to put them on more. This one out. So I'm trying to make quick snappy decisions and not look at everything and be overwhelmed by the selection and and ah. Now I'm trying to keep myself reined in so that my video is not super long. Got a lot to do today. And this is just the first of videos to record for the day. Not sure that's right for that one. So let's go for, I think, the tulip. Maybe if I cut over top of my pottle, I'm not, oh, wrong scissors. These ones. going to have to picking up bits and pieces off my desk. Is that a sensible idea? This is my yogurt bottle that I use as a little rubbish bin on my desk. Oops, it's overshot. Because it's, you know, small enough that it stands on my desk without taking up too much room, and also because it's small encourages me to empty it often. Okay, we do have some death up there, so I might want to put a word or something up there, but otherwise that's, I think, good there. Or do we want to put it sideways? No, the flower won't work sideways. Oh, that's the same image, so we definitely don't want to put that one on there. How about this one? Yep, that one can go there. And here, maybe this lovely label. I might have to actually light the fire properly because it's actually quite cool. You can feel the air chilling down. Yep, I think that's cool. Okay, let's get to gluing. I'm going to try something different. I'm going to try it Rachel's way, and I'm going to glue and then fold and see which way I prefer. I suspect I know the answer, but let's do a direct comparison. And this is just me. You do it your way, your preference, whatever works easiest for you. I suspect I'm just going to end up with a gluey gluey issue. It's now got glue on it when I go to fold it round. So we're just getting these decorative little pops onto the back, which is fun. I think I do prefer folding it first. Then I'm not risking getting glue on my mat when I lay my piece down and it's got glue on this side, and then it just, yeah, no, I just prefer this way. Oh, there's lots of sirens outside. Again, so many sirens lately. Number of car accidents, so many fires. Not good, peeps, not good. I'm not all that far from the main road where I am. I'm down a cul-de-sac, but there's like just a row of houses in between where I am and the main road, so sound travels quite well to where we are of what's happening out on the main road. Cool, love these. These are turning out really cool. Okay, this one I do need to ink just to take care of that white. Wouldn't be the end of the world if I didn't, but I am going to. Even though nothing else is inked, I will ink around the whole thing when I'm done. I might do one on camera just so you can see it inked, completed, and then I'll do the rest afterwards. Oops, a little fragment there, remove that. It's taking a little bit more time to glue it to get into the peaks so that they don't get caught on things. So this is where glue stick would be quicker and easier, but also messier. So we're whipping through these. Okay. Do I want to wrap that, or do I just want to pop it? I think this one I'm just going to pop to the edge. I'm not going to wrap this one. So you don't have to wrap if you don't want to, or if you don't have the elements to suit wrapping that are big enough or look good wrapped. Perfectly okay to not. Just going to have a little bit of the text peeking on the side there. Okay, there's that one. This one again, do I want it wrapped? Yes, I think this one I do, but just a little bit. Just a small little piece there. I think I might need to top up my glue bottle. Having to work a little bit harder to get the glue out. And when I say harder, it's like, it's not hard at all. It's just noticeably different to when it's full. No, it's still got little fragments running around my desk. See, just a little bit there. Okay, and our last one is another faux postage stamp, so let's ink around that. I think I want this completely on the front, so it's going to leave a gap if I wrap it. I'm just looking at where I might want it, maybe about there. Okay. Another drip down the chimney, landing into the pot. And the rain's eased off outside, so hopefully don't get a downpour down the chimney again, like we woke up to this morning. And that's the second time recently, so obviously like the strong winds we've been having must have shifted some iron or something. So yeah, it definitely needs attending to. Oh, I love that. I think these are super, super pretty. Okay, do we want some words? Let's have a look at these words here. There's also some sayings. These are kind of more seasonal, but not entirely. So we have happiness. In fact, any of those would be fine. How many are there? 6. Let's just use these 6. How's that for making a snappy decision? So these are fun. They're on like faux tape that's been torn. So I'll use my decorative scissors to cut those, to give them that raggedy edge. I'm not going to fussy cut, not when I've got scissors that will do the hard work for me. So just trim them out. So again, these words are from Times and Seasons, which is more of an autumn themed kit. So I'm mixing up spring, I'm mixing summer and autumn, all in a happy conglomerate that all looks really good together. my alarm going off. Time to take my calcium. I'll take it after the video. As long as I don't take it before the alarm, it's all good to take it a bit after. Right, let's bring in these Fun Cut, they're called. They're nice raggedy. My favourite pair, I think, to use is this one. Do them all at once. Oops. And then we'll figure out which one we want to go with which. Tag. Finish your sentence, girl. Don't leave them hanging. The problem with these fun scissors is sometimes they don't want to cut all that well. But persevere. They do like it better up towards the hinge than at the tip. Right, there we go. Cut. So we have community, might be a good one for the bees, don't you think? Community, cozy, which one looks cozy? Maybe the Nana's Roses one, and we could wrap that around. Persevere, well, that could go with any of them, so how about this one? Running out of room. Morning, well, birds sing in the morning, we could go morning there. Consider it. It's fine there. And happiness, maybe we want to go up there where that word is that we don't want. Kind of hanging out on its own there, but I think that's fine. I'd rather have it hang out on its own and cover a word we don't want than place it and still have that word that we've got to try and do something with. Okay, do I want to distress those? No, I'm actually happy, and I am going to use glue stick for these. Why? I don't know. I just am. Want the text peeking above it, otherwise there's a gap. Okay, done. I'm just going to put my lid on my tacky glue. This doesn't clog on me. Right, this one. Down here. I like this poem here. It's the words are really interesting. They're like written in like Cockney English or something. Lay is spelt L-A-Y-E, and then it's got this repeating word, thinkin, T-H-Y-N-K-Y-N. Really interesting. Where did I have this? Up there somewhere. And so I chose that side just because it's interesting. It's unusual. Right. So community for the bees, which I think is a bit of fun. There. Oh, I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Now this one was I going to wrap around. Yes, I was going to wrap it around, and I haven't folded it, so we'll just fold it as we put it on. go. It's that one. And last one. See, glue pages, they just get so sticky so quickly. Hey, Georgie. I wonder if he'll stay inside since it's a bit wet outside. And he quite often likes to have cuddles when it's wet outside, so I wouldn't be surprised if he turns up at my side wanting some cuddles. Right, so I think that's enough decorating. I think they look really cool. I like that we've got the pops of text because we like to celebrate that they are in fact book pages. I might have to do a bit of heading off at the pass in a second because Georgie's heading towards the cat bed and Kelly is up there. Georgie, Georgie, no, you make good decision, please, darling. Leave her alone. Good boy. No. Sorry, guys. Georgie. Come on, you come down. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, he now wants cuddles. Do you want to come say hello to the people? I'll just move these out of the way because he'll have wet paws and make dirty marks, won't you? Come here. Come say hello to everybody. Oh, you want to think about it now? Take all day. Why not? Okay, can you see? Can you see? See, Georgie? I just got a wet tail around there. No, don't rub on that because you'll move the camera. Look, it's up there. Up there. You see? Say hi, Georgie. No, he's not going to talk. But no, I don't want you on my project, baby. Hey? Oh, now come the purrs. Right, but Mummy's recording. And people are waiting. Hmm? Come have cuddles in a few minutes. I won't be long. He's so adorable. It's hard to say no to him. So that was Georgie. He's our youngest. Not that you really got a good look at him. And I'm sorry, he did rub against the camera arm. So you would have had a little shake there. Okay, so I'm now going to cut these into tag shapes. I can't remember actually if Rachel did hers into tag shapes or not. I think she did. But you wouldn't actually have to if you don't want to. Right, now I'm going to use that one as my template to cut the rest. Oh, he's gone back out. Oh well, he'll be back. I love my Georgie cuddles. He's so adorable. And he gets in my arms and then he pushes against me. And because he loves head rubs and he loves snuggling right in, and oh, he's just so cute. He purrs his little heart out. Makes one feel very loved. And he likes kisses on his head too. If I've been kissing him and stopped, then he'll push up towards my lips, and it's like, no, keep going, Mummy, keep going. Some of you may be horrified kissing a cat, but I do all the time, because particularly Georgie, because he loves it. The others can take it or leave it, but Georgie loves it. He's my baby. He's my baby boy. I was never going to call another cat baby boy after my last baby boy passed away. And I said to hubby when we took on Georgie, I says he's not going to be called baby boy. Wasn't very long before I changed, because he's just my baby boy. He's my new baby boy, and he does exhibit a lot of the similar characteristics of my previous baby boy, Simba. So I think he's like my second baby boy in many aspects. Okay, final step apart from inking, which I might just grab this one and ink round, because I did say I would show you what one looks like inked up, so you get the full effect. Yeah, I could talk about my cats for forever and a day. Not all of you will like cats. I imagine there's some out there who are not fussed on cats. You could also round the bottom corners if you like, or snip them. I think Rachel might have snipped them. I can't remember. I'm just going to leave mine square for now. I can always change my mind later on when I go to use it in a journal. Suits the aesthetic better, I can snip them or round them and then just re-ink. So I am inking down where I've folded the bits around on both sides. Ink around. So the final bit that Rachel did was to put a hole at the top, and she used a Euro punch, which I don't have. So I'm going to do something slightly different. I did work out a way that I can kind of replicate that. I don't know if I would bother doing it regularly. It is a bit of a faff, but it is possible. And when I say a bit of a faff, it's not actually too bad, but it's just a few extra steps. So I'm going to show you on this one, just so you can, you know, if you're able to, if you have certain punches that you could replicate it for yourself. If, like me, you don't have a Euro punch. So a Euro punch is, where's a bit of paper? Let's just grab this. If you don't know what a Euro punch is, it's like the hanger tag holes. So there's like a slot and then a round bit. So often in clothing, or, you know, if you buy a craft supply, that's where that hangs on the rack. So, you know, on the prongs in the store. So that's kind of a rough idea of the shape. So I've tried this a few different ways, and my preferred way is taking my little slot punch here, which I've only just recently got, and making a hole in the middle as near as one can, and then shifting it and overlapping the ends where it is curved, and then doing the same on the other side. And you can do it, make it as short or as long as you like. That's a bit long, you know, but that's the problem with this type of process. It's going to be different every time you do it. And then just an ordinary hole punch, coming in and lining up the outside edge of your circle with the bottom of your slot here, because you don't want the hole at top and bottom. And then again, just trying to get it centered as much as possible, and then just punch out that little, so you end up with an approximation of your Euro punch. And yeah, it does work. It's not quite the same. It's can go wrong with your alignment, and it can not look so great, but when it works, it's actually not too bad. But I don't think I would bother doing it unless I really particularly wanted that look. You know, otherwise I'm just gonna either use my hole punch, my crocodile, or this cute little slot punch. And I think I'm going to use the slot punch. This is a Stampin' Up, I believe, punch. I'm sure it was written on it somewhere, but I can't just see it immediately. And I'm just going to center that and do just that. And then, like I did with the other one, I'll just go in and give it a little ink around the hole. So that's the final step. You could put a topper in it if you want to. I don't think Rachel did. I'm not going to at this point. I'm just going to leave it like that so we can see the cool little slotty hole. And if you don't have one of these, just a regular hole punch is fine. Or your crocodile. You could put an eyelet in if you like. You could put a brad in. You know, whatever you would do on a tag, you could do on these. Right, pick up my shrapnel. And we have completed, apart from inking, which I'll do off camera, 6 of these book page tags. Woohoo! Look at me go today. So let's have a closer look at them. So that one, this fun bee one, I think that's going to be great in a bee journal. This one with the fun grid paper on the back. I don't know if you can see the grid, but it's fun. And then this one, you could add more elements if you like. I just like the 3. I think that's sufficient. And that one, and then this one that we've already inked around. So super fun. Thoroughly recommend them. They turn out really great. Good way to use up some bits and pieces and some book pages. Thanks so much for joining me, my friends. Have a great rest of the day, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video. Take care. I'll see you then. Bye.